Sveiki and welcome back to your Irregular Latvian lesson. Latvians have a saying, kā nu gadījās, kā ne. Literally it means as it happened or didn't, and we use it when we are ironically surprised about something happening. Well, living in France where the coronavirus has been back on the rise recently, kā nu gadījās, kā ne, your irregular Latvian was not so irregular as to escape it. But do not worry, I am feeling fine, my symptoms are very mild, and that is for one of two reasons. Either it's the irregular Latvian gods protecting me, or coronavirus doesn't stand a chance against the Latvian disease know-hows. And today I'm gonna share with you some of Latvian tautas medicīna, the folk medicine. So, strap in, grab your garlic, and let's go! Remember those good old days when Latvia was a poster child for how not to get corona? Well, the recent events and my own coronization suggest that we all need a collective refreshment of Latvian golden rules for how to neslimot. Today I will tell you what and where to ēst, dzert, karsēt and smērēt. First, ēst. Eating is obviously the most important activity for Latvians in general, but it īpaši, especially when we are sick. Ķiploki, garlic. Eat them, breathe them, wear them, and decorate your bedroom with them. Ķiploki is the fundament of Latvian health. The most basic way to eat ķiploki is to eat rupmaize ar ķiplokiem, or as I prefer it, ķiploki ar rupmaizi. And for extra protection, even when healthy, it is advisable that you make and wear these ķiploku krelles. Next, you have to eat rutks in order to be vesels kā rutks. And here's how you do it. Carve out a caurums, a hole, and put some medus or honey inside. Once it has become liquid and juicy, eat it and put some more medus inside. You can repeat this step as many times as you want. Turn your kitchen into a rutki farm. Unlimited, potent medicine throughout your illness. Another delicious remedy requires seapwals. Onion. Chop it up, mix it up with some medus, honey, and then wait for the seapwals to sasuloties, or to let go of its natural juices, and then eat that mixture, preferably all in one sitting. Okay, vesels ēdis, you have eaten yourself back to health. Now it's time for liquid medicine. Tēja, tea, goes without saying, of course, and the more obscure and strange sounding the main ingredient, the better, the more effective the tea. For example, for headaches, I like to drink tea made of gaļbiksītes, a plant that in English is cowslip, but in Latvian literally little cock trousers. They may be little, but damn, they're effective. Many Latvians also swear by šņabis, vodka, but there is a special way to drink it when you're sick. Mix it 1 to 4 with boiling water, drink it, and then go to bed to sweat it all out. Sounds disgusting, is disgusting, but people say is also very effective. But tēja and šņabis is not enough in our case. Let me share with you the recipe for a true Latvian spēka dzira. Whenever Latvian vecmāmiņas detect cough or šķaudīšana, they will have you drink this faster than you can sneeze for a second time. Take a cup of milk, boil it. Add a teaspoon of butter, a big teaspoon of medus, mix, and then add the secret ingredient that makes it taste horrible, which is a dash of bicarbonate of soda. Serve with vilnas zeķes, wool socks, and ķiploku krelles. And speaking of zeķes, before you put them on, make sure that you Iscarset your pēdas, literally out-heat your feet. Take a bowl of water just slightly below boiling temperature, put your pēdas in it, and keep them there until all you've left with are your bare tiny little bones. Then stick them into your vilnas zeķes that you have already chopped some onions and or garlic in, and go to sleep. Or alternatively, instead of onions, you can also put some warm biezpiens, cottage cheese, or sinepju pulveris, mustard powder, into your zeķes. Of course, it is important to Iscarset all the rest of your body parts as well. For your lungs, you can use a boiled kartupelis by putting it either on your chest or on your back. For a blocked nose, use a sack of heated salts. And for everywhere else, you can use the Latvian power tool of heating, which is sinepjuplāksteri, mustard patches. Take them out of their packet, shake them up, dunk them into hot water for like 15 seconds, and then apply to the body part of choice and enjoy what feels like the devil licking layers of your skin away. Of course, do not forget to also heat the inside of your lungs with inhalations. Tēja is a very popular choice for this practice. You can breathe in the vapors of the tēja, but if you don't have any, a boiled kartupelis will also do the trick. It is time to iesmērēties, to rub yourself all over in things that will heal you. If you have a fever, the best method is to rub yourself down with some šņabis. If, however, you do not have a fever but still feel kind of sick, then you can iesmērēties with some cūku taucīši, pig's fat. Heat up the taucīši, lather yourself in taucīši, and then let the taucīši heat the disease out of you. Of course, you should also know the plants that Latvians cherish for their medicinal properties. For example, ceļmallapa, in English white man's foot, but in Latvian the roadside leaf, also known as never buy a band-aid again. Imagine that you, having iesmērēties with cūku taucīši, decide to go to the kitchen, slip and fall. It can happen. Do not worry. Just go outside and grab one of the hundreds of ceļmallapas chilling beneath your feet. Apply it to your bruise, cut or abrasion. It will suck the inflammation right out of you and heal your wound. And they say that crushed up ceļmallapas are also very effective to apply on fresh bee and mosquito stings. Another plant that Latvians cherish is kalanhoja. Just like aloe vera, which all Latvians have a stock of in their fridge, kalanhoja has oh so many uses. Anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, heals burns, rashes, wounds, and used for cosmetic purposes. I could go on. But the most irregular way to use kalanhoja is to use the juice of its leaves as nose drops for when you have a blocked nose. It is very effective, but you should know it has a side effect that I always found very funny, but you should definitely be aware of. The magic of kalanhoja is that it makes you šķaudīt for about half an hour straight. So beware, young pacients, there are no joki with Latvian medicinal plants. But if you're curious, one day we could go more in depth about Latvians and their relationship to things that grow around us. But now, for some non-physical medicine. You know, Latvians have never had a lot of money, but we say that we are rich in other ways. We believe in the power of our vārdi, words. So, parallel to traditional medicine, we also have something we call vārdošana, literally wording. Often accompanied by spitting on the thing that requires healing, we have buramvārdi, magic words for every disease imaginable. The most common trend of how to use buramvārdi is to identify the disease, tell it to get out of the patient, and also tell it where to go. For example, a popular place to send diseases is under a rock, or pret rītiem pret vakariem, against the mornings and against the evenings. But there are also some more elaborate and symptom-curated buramvārdi. To treat fever, you have to say this. Ledus akās, ledus grāvī, karstūdens aizslēganē. Ice in wells, ice in a ditch, hot water in the cavity of the stove. Auna gaļa katlā vira, ledus malka apakšā. Some lamb boiling in the cauldron, ice firewood underneath. Zila kaza guļ rugājā, kājas atspērusi. A blue goat lies dead in the unkept crops, its feet in the air. Velc ellē, ar visām sāpēm. Pull into hell, along with all the pain. Sarkana jumprava brauca pār jūru, balta nūja rokā. A red lady was riding on the sea, holding a white bat. Bat as in wooden stick traditionally, but if you're using these buramvārdi to treat coronavirus, you can also make the mental image for yourself of the jumprava holding a white Chinese coronavirus bat. Say these words, spit on your patient, and if it doesn't work, say them louder and spit harder. Thank you for watching your Irregular Latvian course on Latvian disease know-hows. If you try some of them, let me know how they work, and also let me know if I've missed some very important tautas medicina that are especially effective and or unpleasant. Similarly, if you know some very potent buramvārdi that should be shared with the world, send them in as well. And as always, thank you for supporting me on Patreon. Stay veseli and see you soon maybe. Ata!